season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Shotgun now from Murray. Complete to his running back, Kenyon Drake. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Murray a give. This is Drake. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Second and 5 now. Murray. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 16 yards, a first down.
A gain of 16 yards.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him.
Now Drake loses the football, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Tackle made.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
From the 16, Newton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. So, CD, his very first pass of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know that's a major surprise for any quarterback because, look, let's face it, no one thinks about throwing interceptions. But think about all the warm-up that we saw, right? Every pass he threw wasn't a single interception because, oh, that's right, there were no defenders out there. A little bit different when there's live guys out there chasing the football.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
The tackle
Well,
made.
there's someone who's running the football with a big smile on his face, and that's Kenyon Drake, because you remember last year he was in Miami, wasn't getting many carries, not a lot of success, but in midseason ended up in Arizona and became a huge weapon for the Cardinals. 8 touchdowns the second half of the season, utilized really well. Big-time skilled player who can run it and catch it out of the backfield. He has finally found a home and a place for his talents.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
And it brings up third down.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Fine work by the Patriot D there, and it's fourth down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
A 34-yard attempt.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some shark smell. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Mohamed Sanu, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots have taken the lead. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3.
Cardinals 3.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. On the return, Andy Isabella. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
On the return, the Cardinals take over 1st and 10. At their
ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Flush to his right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
With the score, Patriots 7, Cardinals 3.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, Murray. And that's knocked away and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Harris returning. Well, that one a 55-yard punt, 13 on the return. And the Patriots take over. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. To throw is Newton. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Newton now to throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. A give. This is Michel. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Flushed out right. And Edelman finally works his way open. It's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Good. Edelman's first catch, and it's good for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Let's go. Hey, check back 3.
From the 50, Newton. That complete to Lamar Miller. Lamar Miller, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Lamar Miller, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Makes the score Patriots 14, Cardinals 3.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
On the return, the Cardinals take over 1st and 10.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Murray. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete here.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Good go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Operating from the gun, Murray. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Murray hooking up with Kirk for an Arizona first down.
13 yards.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Devin McCourty brings him down.
On the carry.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
He was brought
He hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. From the gun, it's Drake. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From just shy of midfield, Murray, he's going to float this one deep right side. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Andy Isabella, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
That's the reason we go for circle round twice for the encore.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts.
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Arizona.
The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Running from the shotgun with Drake. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. He was no gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
Murray now. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. Gonzalez's kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
After the run, Newton going to throw. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. He's going to rifle one deep left side, and that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
He was looking for his tight end, Devin Asiasi there.
And that'll make it 3rd down. The shotgun snap for Newton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43.
Newton's pass intercepted by the Cardinals. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Now a handoff for Drake. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 34. Gonzalez's kick is good. And that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the 3rd quarter is underway.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
34's the mark. He's coming. Check in. All day.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Newton looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who can make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
From the 40 now on 2nd down, Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
So now after the sack, Cam of the Patriots going to look up at a 3rd and long. A play fake to Michelle, now Newton.
And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Incomplete.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And it's taken in at the 9. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 27-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll try the jet sweep with Kirk. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Dante Hightower on the stop.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. Rolling to his right. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
A Cardinal first down, Murray to Hopkins.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On first down, Drake. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
4 yards on the pick.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Murray. And this is going to be incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Flush to his right. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he is out of bounds here. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
A 2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Foxborough.
On the handoff, it's Michel. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
A gain of 1.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
From the end zone, Newton. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. That's pulled in at the 32. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Nearly a huge return as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Murray going to run play action with Drake and look to throw it. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Murray on the keeper. Thrown away and incomplete.
It's the 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
Yards to go.
From the gun, Murray. Fine work by the Patriot D there, and it's 4th down.
Intended for Kenyon Drake. Incomplete.
Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
On the play. 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Flushed out right. The pass complete. It's Bird. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. On 1st down, Newton. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
Number 30.
Call it a 6-yard gain. Still plenty of work to do coming up. 3rd and 14.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Well, this has not been going the way that he thought prior to the game. Probably figured he'd be able to throw a few more downfield, but he's having to run around for his life back there. They've already gotten to him a number of times. They'll keep coming after him in the pass rush. My advice, shorter passes. Get the ball out of your hand.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it to Newton. And that is incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on 1st down.
It's Drake. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Third down.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. It's complete to Drake. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to make it fourth down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They're going for it. Hits Murray. And able to find Kirk complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. And a timeout taken. Just 6 seconds away from the 2-minute warning. This defense wanted to stop the clock prior to that, and they do. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground with Drake. And he's going to take this down close to the first as he's brought down at the Patriots' 15-yard line. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
Third down.
You don't want no problems. You don't want no problems with me.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd and short, Drake. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12.
The tackle.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
3 on the play. And the Cardinal first down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 7 yards left for 2nd down. Ball at the 10. And that's incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. On 3rd down, Drake. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Cliff Kingsbury, part of that new breed of head coaches. And his guys are going to go for it.
54 Mike, 54 Mike. Check, block 54, block 54. Hey, tight there. There you go.
Murray to throw. And no, it's incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
The play is a turnover on downs.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now, because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion